Just checking for live, and we are. This is the second ever broadcast I've done, and quite frankly, it was also a last second deal. So, whilst they're qualifying, we introduce you to Charlotte Motor Speedway, which is going to host round 3 of BPNR's second division during their 7th season. We return back from Australia back to home soil of the United States, and we're going to America's home of racing, that being Charlotte Motor Speedway. And it's also the first oval broadcast we're doing. 4 distinct corners make up this 1.5-mile lap. Turns 1 and 2, you can take it nearly flat out, but you gotta be treacherous with it. Turn 1's a little doozy on entry, and wore down this patriotic themed backstretch and into turns 3 and 4, which is a little bit tighter in radius compared to turns 1 and 2. You gotta set up the bottom lane or even the high lane correctly to get the runoff of turn 4 and mark your way down the front stretch and quad oval design with 2 kinks back to the start finish line. They are currently qualifying, and well, this marks round 3 of the season, like I mentioned. I do not have points up apparently, but once I get that up, last time we were here, I streamed it last week, but I did mention we head to Australia, and that was the case. It was at Barbagallo Raceway, where native Australian Harry Crawford dominated the race to lap the field en route to victory. So, with the 2 races completed, I'll read out the point standings because I kind of forgot to save them again. It is Hardy who leads the point standings in the 003 car with 148 points. Let y'all watch them goobers do happy hour while I read the rest of it. Then second place, 1 point behind Hardy, is Colin Teague in the 510 car, but is in the 51. And third place is Buddy Campos in the 03 car, 24 points behind. And fourth place is Matthias Wells in the 20 car, 30 points behind the leader. Then teammates of his, Parker Ness in the 18 car, 35 behind. Then Harry Crawford in 6, who just won off of Barbagallo, sits 36 points behind him, right within that tangle between the 2 ORR cars. In 7th place is Alexander Hunt, who showed race winning speed, but ended up having to DNF from Barbagallo. He now sits 7th place, 41 points behind the leader. Dalton Tubbs in 8th place, sits 49 points behind, and Cole Mathers still listed as 9th place despite him being a D1 driver. So the actual 9th place driver is Roman Gonzalez in his 02 car, who sits 63 points behind the leader. And in 10th place out of the D2 drivers is Alex Mullen in the 08, 66 points behind. We got 67 laps ahead of us, and we'll also go over qualifying. Hardy will start on pole with his current points leader, may I remind you. And fresh off a Barbagallo win is Harry Crawford, who will start P2. Alexander Hunt, trying to redeem from last week, will start 3rd, and Colin T, trying to get the points lead out of tonight, will start 4th. Then we got row 3 of making up of Roman Gonzalez and Parker Ness. Then Cameron McElreath and Cam Smith make up row 4. Matthias Wells, who sits 4th place in the standings, starts 9th, and Rich Roy starts 10th. Dalton Tubbs and Gatlin Downey will begin the race in row 6. Row 7 is Joseph Holy and Nepat's Kimana Porn. I'm not gonna try to pronounce that again. Row 8, we got Kenny Campbell's and Jackson, Maine. With Hayden Decker in row 9, the last car to set left. The rest of the field being made up of Hayden McCrow, Alex Mullen, and I believe that's it. The rest of the field is made up of D1 cars who are either officiating or just watching, or in AGG's case is providing the server. Pit road speed tonight is 45 and 67 laps supposed to be was listed, but that's because of the track at night. That's not how you're supposed to merge off pit road, but sure, Holy. So what to watch out for tonight? Well, this track is heavily on tire wear, so it's a matter of how well you save your tires. And in theory, at least for what I'm thinking, you can make this a one-stop race if you do this right. And that's assuming there's no cautions. The second point is that this is a multi-groove track. The top lane is usable here, the very top, at very minimum. So if you get the right driver to run the high lane, you can expect them to make the outside work and work their way through the field. And the last thing is always just keeping pace on an oval. Well, the lap times are tight. If you decide to conserve early, you might find yourself conserving too much and lose the pack early on. Draft is reliant on these oval tracks, and you're gonna lose a lot more time than you should if you don't have that reliability on you. We set ourselves up for the second night race of the season for them, at least. The first time they were under the lights with that Ricky Raceway, which I did not stream that time because I didn't think about doing this. With nothing else to really talk about, I'll unmute my TeamSpeak and see what Lyle has to say.
Sound resumed.
Jerry is not here, brother. And Kyle is employed.
Well, that's a conversation to come back to.
There was one more thing I wanted to say. Oh yeah, for black flags, of course, if you get one, just let me know. If it's under caution, you'll be going to enter the longest line, which is just the one long line. We're not doing choose cone. That's only for super speedways, which will be Granite Talladega in a few weeks. For restarts, if there's someone slow in front of you, you can pass them before the line as long as you aren't exceeding 5 miles per hour or more once the leader says green in text chat. If you are leading in the restart zone, you can say green text chat, and that's when we'll go. I think that's pretty simple, but just I'll remind everyone once we're going to that point in the race. If we have a caution, we probably will.
Let's see what kind of liveries we got going on.
There is no playoffs. There's no chase for this. It's full season points.
Unless Lyle wants to keep speaking.
Honestly, I don't know if you're ever serious half the time, but I'm just stating the obvious of what you're asking in text chat. I will say, if you're looking just to get around people quick and you think you can you're the top confidently, it is best mostly in the short run. It can't work on long run. I'm just letting you know. if you just want to push it and not, work on sailing or anything, you can just straight up work on running the top while people just chill on the bottom. It is pretty fun once you get used to it. Just make sure to, if you're on the bottom, exiting a corner, and you come up on someone who's on the top going off like 2 or 4, that I really don't want to see that, but please be considerate to your surroundings.
Right time. While he was talking, I'm currently showcasing paint schemes and the colors for tonight. Some cars are skipping because I know that they're D1 drivers, therefore you're not going to see them in the race, so why waste time on them? And this is a patriotic race for them, so we got a couple. I think this is the only patriotic car actually being ran by Dalton Tubbs here in the 56 Dodge Challenger. And yes, that is a Mercedes, driven by Jackson, Maine. Well, I believe, will the race actually go caution free? Probably not, but you gotta have some glimmer of hope, right? I mean, not all of them. D2 drivers here are terrible. I say at least only like 5% of them know what they're doing. The rest, meanwhile,
If you have any more questions, please let me know. If you also want an EOL before the race starts, you can ask for one. I don't really mind. It just kind of makes the lineup a little bit weird. Not Pod, this is your first race in Road America, but honestly, I really do expect you to at least run without wrecking every corner. If you do, I'm just, I'll do what I have to do. But please have fun and race normally. Don't pull a Doge. Or, sorry, Thomas Johnson. Whatever you know him as.
oh, he's dead. I was gonna say that I know someone that goons to this game. I'm not gonna mention their name, but you probably already know who it is.
Cameron, we haven't ran Watkins Glen with Colby here.
Oh, and we're on to the race.
Drivers, to your cars.
You are indeed correct. So, I believe it is 18 some cars that are competing today. Bigger field than last time, that's for sure. 19. Yeah, 19. 19 cars will take the green flag, assuming everything goes according to plan.
Drivers, start your engines!
Alright, 5 and 13 to the back. Just pull up if you get a black flag, let me know. I actually don't fully know if it allow you to pull up a lane, but just see if you can.
The cars roll off for the first time. Well, most of them do. The base car pulls in. Under the lights from Charlotte Moore Speedway, Hardy will lead the field to green. We got Harry Crawford on the outside, will take the lead away, and Hardy is king. Swamped immediately from pole position to 4th place in just 2 corners. 51 calling Tegan the wall, trying to go for 2nd place. That does not work out for him. Harry Crawford leads lap 1 just like he picked up where he left off from Australia.
I'll clear your black story.
Colin T trying to find, and there's a big right behind him. If I can get back there. Number 5 and 35 of
Yeah, it's
Gatlin
gonna be a caution.
Downey.
Race it back to the line.
And it is caution. First one of the night.
Ears have crossed the line. Pace speed is 55.
Number 5 at Cameron McElreath. I think Buddy Campbell's in the 03 car, and there's an additional crash up here. That is the 02 of Roman Gonzalez spun around at turn 1 after taking the race back. I'll see if they open pit road this time before I go about checking the replay.
Sorry, Cameron, there was a wreck. As soon as I was trying to clear it, I think you should be good now. Pits are open this time. There was a wreck with the 02 and the 18 after the caution that was fully not contact. There was a straight up, he just blinked out. The 18 did. That's unfortunate, but yeah, pits are open there, and
move my free cam to pit exits. That way we can watch it find off pit road whenever we have cautions. Got a whole slew of cars coming in. The 39 of Hayden Deininger, 03 Buddy Campbell. He was involved in their first wreck. Joseph Foley, Gatlin Downey. Number 5 of McGowry's, Parker Ness, and Roman Gonzalez. I believe it is the yellow line.
02, if it's okay, I'm going to ask you to give the spot back to the 18 just because of the race back and you guys still were the same off pit road. Thank you.
Yeah, but so let's see what happened to trigger the caution
Black
flag.
flag 18 for merging too early. I would not be surprised if that happened to the 39 and the 0 as well.
5 initially gets into the wall.
Penalty, I'll clear it though.
And the 35, the Gatlin Downey, just spins around. Oh, and that was.
Alright, so 1839 0 at the tail end of the field.
Sound
And
muted.
mute that real quick. And Kenny Campbell was slowing up for the wreck, but then he didn't die. Deringer just drove through him. Huh. Don't know why I did that. So what happened after the caution flag was taken? Oh, I don't know. That's the thing. When you're in this time of pack, you can kind of expect to slow up, but you can't really do much there. Just Roman tried going to the 18s inside to stay out of his way, but ended up collecting both of them through netcode. An early yellow brings the field to a halt, but Harry Crawford with the lead. He had taken from lap 1 from pole sitter Hardy. He'll lead the field back to green. Second place is Alexander Hunt. Colin Teagan 3rd, Hardy in 4th, Cam Smith in 5th, Dalton Tubbs 6th, Matthias Wells in 7th, Rich Boy 8th, Napat 9th, and Jackson, Maine in 10th. The 0211th is the first out of the pit cycle. First on four. I can't speak. The 02 has the freshest tires. It sits in 11th for the restart.
Sound
55
resumed.
guys leave a bit of a gap if you're too close. Control.
We go back green to begin lap 6. Exit Hunt did not get going. That last Colin Teague to the inside for second place. Lights up. Oh boy. Oh, he's gonna lose it right in front of an upfield. And Dalton Tubbs gets collected out of turn 2. And there's additional wreck. Oh boy, that is a massive wreck. I thought the first wreck was big, but this one involves a catchment hit from the 5 car at Cameron McElreath.
Be careful, please, on the back.
And his day is over.
Pace speed 55.
Yeah, this race is gonna take a while if they keep it like this. Under caution once again. This time up 7.
I understand the frustration, but let's calm down and text chat real quick. I gotta evaluate all of that.
Yeah, that's just kind of a wreck.
Pits will be open this time.
It's just a wreck I expected. It's just cold tires.
What do you mean I didn't know it was green?
Can't listen to the admin to know where we're going green or not, because they do not use the pace car in this league. Down pit road comes the 56, who is part of the initial contact.
You are going to be serving a drive-through penalty within 3 laps of the next restart for literally just not even going on that restart. And that checkup causing a pretty big accident. Well, there's a lot of people that applied as DNF from that, but you'll be going to the back. I'm still going to give other people something, because that was just ridiculous.
I'm just not good with my camera steady. Watch the race off pit road before we go into replay mode. It is a dead heat between Roman Gonzalez and Joseph Holy for the battle off pit road, and I am lagging. Couple of black flags, but now to see what actually triggered a wreck on lap 6.
All right, 56 to the back. The 180 stays behind him. 51 also to the back. He's at the very, very end. So
Trying to find getting up, but you saw the 56.
yeah, so the rear of the field should be 56, 180.
Sound muted.
Yeah, you saw the Dalton Tubbs collide with Colin T. This is the wreck I'm interested in. Oh, the 20 was warped out, fade back into the field, and that was just unfortunate. Takes out McCarvey's. But Joseph Holy's in there. They Captain Downey. Buddy Campbell's got hit again. I saw that. But Rangers can't catch a break, and we're only 2 cautions into this event.
Sound resumed.
I don't think we're going green, considering how spread out they are.
We're going green next time, but we could have gone green there, but I was reevaluating the wreck.
Right? We're not going green this time, so that allows the 39 of Hayden Dagger and Kong Teague to pit once more.
Just a lag warning to a warp warning to the 20, because honestly, that's what caused the 35 to just fly. I know it's not anything you control, but still.
Right, and I believe we do have a couple DNFs already. The 35 of Gatlin Downey, and the number 5 of Cameron McElrace, but just no surprise, those were the two cars that...
Okay, oh wait.
Sound muted.
Those were the two cars the 20 of Matthias Wells blinked back into. And another one just joined the list, that being Alex Mullen. I don't know if he intentionally meant to or was this a thing on accident. He probably got DQ'd, possibly.
Sound resumed.
But oh well. Just restart here. Control for the leader.
Back green, lap 11.
Brother. All right, well that's your penalty.
Oh my lord.
Caution's out. Race it back.
Come on, man.
180.
Well, we'll look at that when we come back around.
Yeah, race it back to the line. That's great.
And another wreck in the back, that being Joseph Holy and Parker Ness tangled in the backstretch.
Hey guys, the throttle, for the 0 and the 180, the throttle is there. Don't know if you knew that.
Harry Crawford, 3 for 3 on the racebacks. And he'll have to drop the speed once more for the caution flag.
Pace 55.
I can already tell that Landon Lyle, our race official, wants to kill himself. And I don't
I'll
blame
be
him.
looking. Pits will be open this time, though.
It just cautions, precautions. They had 3 laps at the start, but then they just can't get off the first lap anymore. And like I said, it's probably because these drivers don't know much about how cold the tires can get, and my game is lagging like hell. It's not fixing itself. Alright.
Yeah, 180. Okay, thanks, Jackson. Thanks for letting me know. 13 is parking it. Alright. So that incident, entirely on the 180 for not going. I don't even know what to say to that. I was gonna say on the restart, just drop to the back, but you couldn't even hit the gas. So, I'm Jen. Park you. I'm not doing that. I'm sorry, but
Right. So that's a park for the 180 car, I believe. So
yeah. That's enough of that. 2 restarts in a row where we can't even go is just unacceptable.
Sound muted.
So see what happened. I'm looking at the speedometer up here. Yep, he just had a slow reaction time. So that spun him around, but that wasn't what caused the 0-2 of Roman Gonzalez to flip. Look back here. Joseph Foley, in response to the 180, doesn't get going. And it flips the 0-2 around. See what he'll see on this restart. On board with the 0-2. Yeah, nasty tumble. And yeah, you can see the roof damage. And that will definitely affect his aero throughout the race. And we're only about to complete 14 laps here. Harry Crawford still your leader, with Hardy back up to second, Cam Smith in third, Rich Roy in fourth, Colin Teague in fifth.
Sound resumed.
Control.
Back in time for the green flag, Harry Crawford takes off once more. Can we please get a run in? Well, more spread out this time, but not so much in the back. Buddy Campbell's holding up that inside line, allowing 3 cars to go by him amongst the outside.
I think it's worth noting on the restart, if you are down in gear or have engine damage and you know it, please be a lane lower so you don't have to impede everybody.
I argue for maybe Buddy Campbell's case that, well, he's warping. We haven't had, we couldn't even get off the green flag barely, so maybe he doesn't know that he has engine damage. That could apply for most cars here, who were collected in the early wrecks. But we're fine. Oh my god, bruh. God, I was about to say we were getting somewhere, but then the
2
129
cars
goes
off for
around.
that was definitely on the 56.
Well, no caution from it, and I missed the. I keep doing this, man. It's like I pay attention to the wreck, and then Harry Crawford loses the lead.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Rich.
And a lead change that I missed. So now Hardy from the front, who started on pole, couldn't lead the opening lap, but now is back up front. Here comes Colin Teague around the outside of the 0-3 car.
I might have saw a different angle, but regardless, I'll be looked at post race, so don't worry about what I'm saying mid race.
Colin Teague to lead from the outside lane. Here Crawford drops back down to third. Here comes Alexander Hunt along the outside to hold fourth, or get fourth place from.
Or another reminder, the halfway is end of 34, and the other half is 33 laps. We end at 67, or we end at the end of 67. Top 5 get points at halfway. No, there's no yellow for that. Just if you forgot, because I know the fuel looks a little bit different with the 5 extra laps.
Yeah, Alexander Hunt back now to third, gaining around Harry Crawford. Harry probably used up his tires a bit too much in the early going when only had 1 lap dashes basically, so now he's falling like a rock. On the other side of the board, we got Alexander Hunt, who's making the outside work. Remember, this is a multi-groove track, so that if you get the right driver, you can make the outside work.
1 car around turn 3.
And there's Parker Nessum on the outside wall. No one else gets collected. Rich Boy comes off pit road after a spin off turn 4. After the 56 of Dalton Tubbs made contact with them for second. And Alexander Hunt is making it easy right now in that 73 Camaro. Finally getting a rhythm going for these drivers. Now Cam Smith is up to 4th place, taking this position away from Harry Crawford. Should probably move the leaderboard up. Battle for 8th back here. Roman Gonzalez versus Hayden Dagger. The 39 car to the inside. Dodge on Dodge. Slides up in front of 02. It able to take the position away. Yeah, the top 5 and 6 actually are kind of spread out right now, so these drivers have finally put the sense into their skulls and finally get some clean laps going. Hopefully with that interruption, I want to see what happened to Parker Ness. And I suppose after that we can also look at the contact between the 129 and the 56. So first up is Parker Ness, just loses it. He was running 7th place at the time. And thankfully he was able to get off track. And we look for the 56. No, not maybe, no. So Dalton Tubbs ran the inside lane of 129 and just makes contact with them. Is that net good? Eh, kinda. I feel like he's still up hit him anyway. And then we cut back to live. He smacks the wall as he loses 6th place to Matthias Wells. Rich Boy now trapped 3 laps down, forced to take service after that spin he had. But he's trying to march his way back forward, even to get by lead lap cars. The 0 of Joseph Holy and 02 of Roman Gonzalez are in front of him and is trying to make work of them with the fresher tires. And in exchange for position between Matthias Wells and Harry Crawford, the 20 car now up to the top 5. Colin Teague took the lead and has been leading, but the 73 has been closing back in, but not at an alarming rate. The tricky part about tire saving is how well should you match the pace of someone else. You don't accidentally burn your stuff up trying to match the pace or even try to close in. Because ideally you want to be behind them, right in their mirror, but You also want to preserve your tires for a long run. And Parker Ness is on the apron.
Reminder: the stage is the end of 34. There's no yellow for it. Top half get points. No yellow.
I believe he just came off pit road. And it would make sense, given his spin.
Okay. I have made a mistake. It's end of 33. My bad. Nothing really should change from that, but that's my fault. My brain ain't screwing right with that one. Sorry. End of 33. Then the other stage is 34 laps. Sorry. I apologize.
Right, so back to my points earlier, it's like, you may want to start closing in because stage points are on the line. It is now 2 laps to go. Alexander Hans isn't really doing much about it, but the 0-3 of Hardy is certainly doing so, trying to get second place away from the 73. That's 3 additional
So this
points.
is the white flag, the leadership, the white flag for the stage. And like, if you just have them here, I mean, there's no yellow for that.
And he makes Hardy up to P2. Grabs 3 more stage points, but 15 points go towards the stage winner, but it's 12, 9, 6, 3 for the top 5. It is Colin Teague who wins the halfway stage. Hardy around the outside gets second place from Alexander Hunt, Cam Smith 4th, and Matthias Bells in 5th. Like Landon Lyle mentioned, there is no cautions, so everything continues as planned. Rich Boy goes around the 39, not for position, and Dalton Tubbs is also making his way to the apron. Probably a flat tire, or just trying to pit, knowing they're about to blow at any second. But this is also the pit window, where you can make it on one more stop from here. That being this upcoming one, if you know what you're doing with your tires. And it's just a field spread out, nothing really to talk about as Buddy Campbell hits the wall at turn 1. Keeps the car straight. As Dalton Tubbs leaves pit road, he'll go a lap down. Or maybe 2 laps down now. A retirement so far, the 180 at the Pats after being involved in the restart wreck. Number 13 of Jackson, Maine. Then the 35 of Gatlin Downey, and number 5 of Cameron McGilreath after getting involved in a massive wreck at lap 6. And Alex Bullen starts and park the race to at least get points on the board as Roman Gonzalez heads down pit road. And Dalton Tubbs is back in, likely to serve a drive-through penalty for speeding. Cam Smith making headway now as he moves up to 3rd place, passing Alexander Hunt. Hunt probably burnt up his tire trying to catch the 510 of Colin Teague. You never know. In is Harry Crawford, just one lap after the 02. We'll see how this pit cycle shakes up. As a 73 from 4th place, he realized that he was losing time, and cars were still passing him, so it makes sense to pit now, trying to undercut them. Here comes the 20 of Matthias Wells. And the 2 leaders, Colin Teague leading the 03 of Hardy. As the 51 is blinking. I don't know if that's on me or what, but all 3 of them make it out. Make it to pit boxes, no problem. And it's gonna be side by side off the pit lane, but I think the 03 has the advantage. Oh no, he gives up the spot to 51, which I don't really blame him. The 51 was warping. So, better be safe than sorry. Ken Smith from the lead has decided to pit. So it's Hayden Danker, and that gives the lead to Joseph Holdy. Him, Buddy Campos, yet to pit. The 39 is on pit road now, is actually leaving pit road. Here's the 03, one of the other 2 cars yet to pit. Ken Smith taking service. So while Cam Smith is going to lose time, he'll make up for it for the rest of the race. There's a 23 lap dash to the end of the race. Oh boy, that's the thing, when you're on fresh tires, the closing rate is crazy, and that certainly caught the 73 and 03 by surprise, as I was actually in exchange for position for provisional 2nd place. By Campos yet to pit still, and here comes a 0, trying to get a wood dump. Oh, I think he's gonna get a black flag for that.
1 car in turn 1. Be careful. They towed.
Yeah, that was Rich Roy, who spun at turn 1, but thankfully retired the car to preserve his safety. Now, where is Buddy Campos? On the apron now, as he'll finally come down pit road to complete the pit cycle. With 21 to go, the top 3 are separated by 1.5 seconds. Harry Crawford and Forrest needing to gain 3 seconds to at least be in the conversation. And that's Joseph Holdy doing things.
Yeah, I saw that
How?
reach. That was my bad. I just saw a poor angle from it on like TV2 or something.
Oh, I think I see now. He went too far. Yeah, the helicopter gives it best. He was too far or too close to the wall, so he couldn't take left sides, and he tried backing up. Uh, Ultimately got himself DQ'd. That's just something that's not worth the trouble. You might, especially because it could have also hindered Buddy Campos trying to exit after the completion of his service. Just wasn't worth it. Alexander Hunt has closed back up to the lead. With Hardy still in tow, here Crawford slightly losing time. Now, if you're Alexander Hunt, how early do you want to make this move? It's like, guys, you still want to conserve, but you're also in 30 year, so the best strat is to go where the 51 is not. Maybe he believes that the top side wears out more. Well, he's trying something. He may also consider trying to make this move soon, before the two of them catch the lap cars in front of them. I believe that is Dalton Tubbs up ahead, the closest car, and Roman Gonzalez further up the road. To the inside of the 51, you probably heard what I said. The 51 Colin Teague smacks the wall out of turn 2. Oh, you're gonna use the 56 as a pick? Yep, that's exactly what it did. Near contact between the 51 and 56. Dalton Tubbs trying his best to stay out of the way, but that did allow Alexander Hunt to take the lead away. But Colin Teague is not done. He tries around the outside. Side by side through the backstretch into turn 3. With the win on the line. Colin Teague is not going to give up the lead so easily as I suspected. We got another lap car that... Another lap car, hopefully not to intervene with the battle, that being Roman Gonzalez. On to the inside of the... Ideally, a lap car should pick its line beforehand and make it predictable. But Colin Teague has retaken the lead from Alexander Hunt. And Hardy is also close back up. He is now within a second. As he finally clears by the traffic as well. Here Crawford, Cam Smith, Paul Malone, Thais Wells, and Hayden Dykert, the only remaining cars on the lead lap. 12 more laps to decide the winner in BPNR at Charlotte for their second tier division. Oh, that Parker nets around on the front stretch. And gonna have to settle by taking the pit exit. No caution from it. More likely tailspin if anything. Hardy in third place, starting from pole and has been biding his time. And it seems to be paying off for him, and he goes back up to second place. Tries to work the outside among Alexander Hunt. And he'll get the crossover. Not clear yet. Parker-Ness makes it back down pit road safely, and 0-3 of Hardy to second place. He still has 7 more laps to find a way around the 51 of Colin Teague, who is listed as the 510. And Colin Teague got the wall at the middle of 1 and 2. That allowed the 0-3 to get a run out of turn 2 to the inside. Colin Teague that making it easy on himself. And 0-3 barely gets clear, takes the lead away with 6 more laps. See if anything else is happening. Not really. Alexander Hunt is slipping back. And Colin Teague is looking to do the same as Hardy is pulling away. 5 more laps.
Lap 63 of 67 for the lead lappers. Or for the leaders, I should say. I don't think everyone's crossed the line.
It was a bit chaotic to start, but it has calmed down. And for the BSR driver, that's Bomb Squad Racing, that will... It certainly played back into his favor. He lost the lead at lap 1 and retook it in the lap 20 range. And looked to be in the back foot in his pit cycle, but has regained his composure. Dalton Tubbs probably just got out of pit road. He'll rejoin the track. Now 3 laps down from the leader, looking to be 4. 2 laps to go, this time by.
2 to go for the 003.
Sound muted.
She's gonna do that ahead of time. And I swear to God. Okay. I tab out for 2 seconds and it crashes my game. Yeah, already took in the lead and has checked out. The final lap begins. And unless he slips up, Colin Teague would have to suffer a runner-up finish after leading much of this second stint. And Alexander Hunt's gonna hate himself for trying to push. Out of turn 4, the unsponsored Chevrolet Camaro will win at Charlotte Motor Speedway. County comes up short in second place. And Alexander Hunt, at least he finished the race this time. And in the both races I've seen, he has shown top 3 speed. We'll look over race results, and it is Hardy from BSR who will perform his burnouts. And he continues, go over. Oh, well, I don't know where Harry finished. That's cool. I believe he was supposed to be 5th. Hayden Duringer 6th, Matthias Wells 7th, Roman Gonzalez 8th, Kenny Campos 9th, Dalton Tubbs rounds out the top 10. Parker Ness 11th, Joseph Holy 12th, Rich Roy 13th, Pat 14th. Jackson Main 15th, Galen Downey 16th, Cameron McElroy 17th, and Alex Mullen starts at Park to finish 18th.
Sound resumed.
Quite a few people left already, but we'll see. Yep, we do have people ready for interviews.
User was moved to your channel.
Kenny Campos, do you got me?
Yes.
Well, I feel bad for you because you got driven into whilst avoiding crashes in the early laps, but after that you kind of quietly showed your pace and finished in the top 10.
Yeah. No. I mean, 'cause especially when I'm third at the moment, I'm third in the D2 standings. I was try to fight for everything, but I guess not anymore after this. I know Hardy's gonna come like sprint away with this, especially with this win he's got. He's already got a bigger lead than me at the moment.
Well, quiet day, it certainly makes up for it. Thank you for joining me.
You're welcome.
User was moved out of your channel.
Well, I had to cut away. I didn't get a chance to save replay. Oh well. From chaos to calm, it is Hardy who started from pole, got shuffled around the running order a little bit, but has recovered to win at Charlotte. This has been Victor Delgado III, and thank you for tuning in into this broadcast. I'll see you next week, which I actually don't remember where they're going. I know D1 is on Tuesday going to Charlotte, but what about D2? They're going to Sonoma, in which I guess starts the theme that the D2 races go to the track first before D1, which only makes sense. But yeah, I'll see you in Wayne County.